Assalamualaikum and greetings. My name is Dayangku Nur Shakila, metric number 282030. I will present for sign up and login sequence diagram. For sign up sequence diagram, first, actor, which is teacher or student, they need to enter sign up panel first and fill information needed. After that, verification will be sent to sign up controller. If the information is complete, the information will be saved to user information. If the information is incomplete, it will become to E1, which is incomplete information, that will display incomplete information message and will be written to sign up panel. Next, for login sequence diagram, first, the actor, which is teacher or student, they need to enter login panel and click login button, and they need to choose their role, either teacher or student, and they need to fill information and password. After that, verification will be sent. If the information is valid and exists, it will be saved to user information. If not, it will become to E1 or E2. E1, which is invalid password, it will display invalid password message and will be written to enter login panel. For E1, which is E2, which is account did not exist, it will display account did not exist message and will be written to enter login panel.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sakina Abdullah, metric number 277269. So now I will continue the presentation of sequence diagram on perform study use case. So the actor here is student, and the first thing that student need to do is log in to the application. After that, student enter perform study panel and it will display study panel page. In the study panel page, it will show the student age, so the student need to enter their age. After that, perform study manager, which is controller, will check the student age. Then it will get the student age from the data store. After that, it will display student age. Then student need to click study method. Then it will display study method, which is watch video or read teaching materials. If student click the watch video, it will display the list of the subject, which is it will check the subject list from the controller, then get the subject list in the system, which is the subject list have been stored in the data store. After get the subject list, it will display the subject list. After that, student will click video that they want to watch. For example, if they click the subject for history, then the controller will check the video. It will get the video from the data store and display the video. After that, student can also click download if they want to save the video. After student click download, then perform study manager will check the video. If the video is available, then will display successful message. The video that have been downloaded will get from the system, then it will display the video to the student. Otherwise, if the student click read teaching materials, then the perform study manager will check the subject list. After that, it will get the subject list in the system and display the subject list. So student need to click what subject they want to read. If they have clicked the subject, the perform study manager will check the subject and get the subject from the system. After that, it will display the book that they want to read. Students also can save the book that they have read or they want to read. They just click save, then the Perform Study Manager will check that book. If the book is available for downloaded, then it will display successful message and get the book from the data store. Then it will display that the book has been saved. Next is sequence diagram for answer quiz use case. So the actor here is student, and student need to enter quiz panel. Then it will display quiz panel page. It will show the button of answer quiz. Then student need to click answer quiz. Then the quiz manager will check the subject list, and it will get the subject list from the system where the subject has been stored in the system. After that, it will display the subject list. Then student need to click the subject that they want to answer. For example, if they want to answer mathematics subject, then it will display the type of the quiz, MCQ question or subjective question. If student click MCQ question, then the quiz manager will check MCQ question and get the MCQ question from the data store. After that, it will display MCQ question. After they answer the question, quiz manager will check the student answer. The student answer will store in the system and verify the student answer. If the student answer is not complete, then it will display error message. Then student need to click back to question. It will display MCQ question back. If the answer is complete, then it will save the answer in the data store and generate report. After that, it will automatically grade the student answer and display the marks. Same goes to the subjective question. If the student click subjective question, then quiz manager will check the subjective question and get the subjective question from the system. Then it will display subjective question. Then student need to click answer subjective question. Then quiz manager will check the student answer and get the student answer from the data store. It will verify student answer. If incomplete, and it will display error message, and student need to click back to the question and it will display subjective question back, so that student will answer again the question that not have been answered. Then if it is complete, it will save the answer in the data store or in the system and generate report. It will automatically grading student answer and display marks. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. I will continue the presentation with the sequence diagram, which is the managed student and managed teacher. For the managed student, after the admin already log into their account, and then the admin panel will be displayed. They will enter the manage student panel, and then admin can click on the manage student. System will display manage student panel with student list. Admin can click on the add button on the bottom of the student list, which have alternative flow, which is A1 edit student and A2 delete student. Then system will pop up a form to prompt admin to fill in new student detail. Admin can fill in all necessary student details, such as student name, student ID, contact information, class and subject that student enroll. And it have exception flow, which is E1 incomplete information. After that, admin can click on the submit button, then the system will display successful message. For the A1 alternative flow, edit student information. First, the admin can click the edit button of the particular student name. System will pop up the student detail, and after that, admin can click amend the available student detail that could be changed. Then admin can click the submit button, and the system will display successful message. For the alternative flow 2, display delete student information. First, admin can click the click delete student of the particular student name, and then system will pop up a confirmation dialog, and then admin can click on the confirm button to confirm the deletion of the student that him choose, and then the system will display the successful message. For the exceptional flow E1, incomplete information, it will show the display error message if the admin do not fill complete of the student information, and it will return to the student form page. For the next sequence diagram, which is manage teacher, it's also begin as after the admin already log in into their account and pass the admin panel, and then the admin click the manage teacher, and then the system will display manage teacher panel with teacher list, and then admin click the add button, which has the alternative flow, which is A1 and A2, edit and delete teacher. And then system will pop up a form to prompt admin to fill in new teacher detail. After that, admin can fill all the detail of the teacher. Then the system and then they can submit the data, and lastly the system will display successful message. For the A1 edit teacher information, first admin will click on the edit button of the particular teacher name, and then system will pop up a form with the teacher detail. Next, admin can amend only the available teacher detail that could be changed. After that, the submit data can be clicked, and the system will display successful message. For the A2 delete teacher information, admin will click delete teacher, and then the system will pop up a confirmation dialog. The admin can click on the confirm button to confirm deletion, and the system display successful message. For the exceptional flow E1, incomplete information, the system will display error message if the admin not fully enter the detail of the teacher, and it will return to the
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Afwan Shakib bin Wan Azman, number matrix 281606. So today I'm going to explain about the sequence diagram of managed teaching materials. So the first thing first, the actor or the teacher must enter teacher's UI panel. They enter teacher's panel, and then in the UI, the teacher's panel, it will display the subject. This is the static information. After that, the teachers just need to click choose subject button, which is they click the list of subject, what subject they want, and then the teachers UI panel will display the class list. Display the class list. This is also the static information. After that, the teachers just need choose class, and after that, teacher US panel will request the teaching material list from the controller, and then the controller will display will reply the request, and then the UI panel will display teaching material list. So if the teacher want to add a new material, that they just click add button, and then the UI will request the new material from the controller, and then the controller will reply to the UI to display a new material form. After that, the actor or teacher just need fill new material form, and then click submit button in the UI, and then the new material list will be saved in the entity. So after that, the controller will will send the message to the UI panel to show the successful message. So this is additional function, which is to edit the material list or edit material. So in order to do that, teacher just need to click the edit button, and then the teacher's UI panel will request teaching material list from the controller, and then the controller will reply and to display teaching material list in the panel, the UI panel, and then teachers just need to click edit material. Now the teacher just need to edit the material, then click submit. So the click submit to the controller, and then the data will the new edit data will be saved in the entity. So after that, the controller will send back the show successful message to the UI. So the other function is to delete the material list. Now, in order to do that, the actor just need to click delete button, and then after that, the UI will request teaching material list from the controller, and the controller will give a reply to the UI panel to display teaching material list, and then the actor just need to select the material what they want to delete, and then just click confirm or submit it. So it will save the delete data to the entity, and then the controller will send a successful message to the UI panel.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sakina Abdullah, metric number 277269. So I will start the presentation on collaboration diagram for site up. So the actor that we have here is teacher or student need to enter site up panel, then fill the information that needed. After that, it will go to the site up controller, which is it will verify the information that have been stored by teacher and student. After that, it will save the information in user info. Then it will display message if it is incomplete, and it will display incomplete information message in the site up panel. If it is complete, then it will enter the site up panel. Next is collaboration diagram for login. Okay, the actor here is teacher and student, and need to enter the login panel by click login button. After that, the teacher or student must choose their role, either they was teacher or student. After they choose the role, then they will fill the information of username and password. After that, it will verify the username and password in login controller. Then it will save the information in user info. After that, it will display message. If the username or the password have incorrect, then it will display invalid password message and back to the login panel. Then the teacher or student need to fill in back their username and the correct password. After that, it will verify again, save the information and display message. Next is collaboration diagram for perform study use case. Okay, the actor is student need to enter perform study panel, then it will display study panel page. After that, student need to enter student age, then it will check the student age in the controller and get the student age in the data store. After that, it will display student age. Then student need to click study method and display the study method in the perform study panel, which is watch video or read teaching materials. If the student click watch video, it will check the subject list in the controller and get subject list from the system and display the subject list in the panel. After that, student can click video that they want to watch. If the student want to download the video, they just have to click download and the perform study manager will check the video. If the video is available, then it will display successful message. If the student click read teaching materials, then the perform study manager will check the subject list and get the subject list in the data store. After that, it will display the subject list. In the subject list, student will click what subject that they want to read, and the perform study manager will check that subject and get that subject materials in the system, which is data store, and display the book. Then student can click save if they want to save that book, and the perform study manager will check that book and display successful message if the book have been downloaded. Next is collaboration diagram for answer quiz use case. So the actor here is student need to enter quiz panel, then it will display quiz panel page. After that, student click answer quiz and the quiz manager will check the subject list and get the subject list from the system where the list has been stored in the system. After that, it will display subject list. Then student need to click subject that they want to answer. After that, it will display the type of quiz that they want to answer, MCQ question or subjective question. After they choose the type of quiz that they want to do, the system will check the MCQ or subjective question that they click, then it will get it from the system. After that, it will display the question to the perform study panel. Then the student will click answer MCQ or subjective question, then the answer will generate in the perform study manager. Perform study manager will check the answer of the student. Then perform study manager will check the quiz that have been answered. Then the perform study manager will check the answer and get the answer in the system. After that, it will verify the student answer. If the answer is not complete, it will display error message and student need to click back to the question. And after completed the question, student answer will be saved in the system, which is in the data store, and generate the report by automatic grading. After that, it will display marks. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
So I'm going to explain the managed student collaboration diagram. So this diagram involves the admin actually. Okay, so the first step is the admin must click manage student button, and then the teacher panel, the manage teacher panel will check the student list from the controller, and then it will get from the system, get the student list from the system, and then the controller will display student list at the panel, and then the admin just need to click add student button, which is the new, if the admin want to add a new student. So the pop-up of add a new student form will appear in the teachers panel. So the admin just need to fill the student details and then click submit data at the panel. And then the panel will submit the data at the controller, and then it will save the data in the system. After that, the controller will send message to the teachers panel, which is to display successful message. After that, if the admin want to edit the student info, they just need to click edit student button. Then after that, teachers panel will check student details, request the student details from the controller, and controller will get it from the system, which is the get student details from the system. After that, the controller will send message to the panel, which is to pop up student details, and then the admin just need to amend the student details and then click submit data. After that, the data will be saved to the system from the controller, and then the controller will send the display the successful message to the teachers panel. Okay, if the admin want to delete the student data, they just need to click the delete button. Then after that, the same process will appear, which is to check student details from the system. And then yes, the controller will request or get the system from get the student details from the system, and then pop-up details will be pop up in the panels, and then the admin just need to click confirm button, which is to delete that specific student data. After that, the controller will remove the data from the system and then display the successful message at the panel from the controller. If it was not successful, and then the system will send the error message to the teachers panel. Okay, so this is the last collaboration diagram, which is the managed teaching material. So the first thing first is teachers need to enter the teachers panel, and then the teacher UI panel will display the list of subject, which is this is the static information, and then the teacher just need to click choose subject, which is they choose the subject. After that, the UI panel will display list of class. This is also the static information, and then teacher just need to choose class. After they choose the class, the UI panel will request teaching material list from the controller, and controller will get it from the system material list, and then the controller will send display teaching material message to the UI panel, and the list of teaching material will be displayed. And if the teacher want to add a new material, they just need to click add button. So after they click add button, the new material form will request from the controller, and then the controller will send the display new material form to the UI. After that, the teacher just need to fill the new material form, and then click submit. After that, the data of the material will be saved in the system. And after that, the successful message will be displayed in the UI panel by the controller. And if the teacher want to edit the material, they just need to click edit button. And after that, the UI panel will request the teaching material list from the system. Then the system will get the teaching material list, and then display the controller will display it to the UI panel, and then the teacher just need to edit the material. After they edit the material, they just click submit button, and then the edited material will be saved in the system, and successful message will be displayed here in the UI panel. After that, if the teacher want to edit want to delete the material, they just need to click the delete material button, and then the UI panel will request the teaching material list from the system, and then the controller will get it from the system, and then the controller will display the teaching material list to the UI panel, and the teachers just need to click delete button, delete the specific information button, material button. So after that, teacher just need to submit it to the controller, and controller will save it to the system, and then display the successful message.
I will present about class diagram. For user interface sign up panel, we have sign up button, display sign up info, sign up account button, and display account created. It was connected to the control sign up manager, which have submit account data, check account data, verify account data, and determine account. Next, for user interface login panel, we have login button, display login info, display successful login, forget password button, display reset password info, submit button, and back button. It was connected to the control, which is login manager. Login manager have submit login data, check login data, verify login data, submit reset password data, and verify reset password data. Next, for the boundary perform study, we have study button, display study info, display student age, display study method, watch video button, display watch video, video subject button, display video subject, video topic button, display video topic, download video button, mark video button, read book, display book, book subject button, display book subject, book topic button, display book topic, download book button, and mark book button. It was connected to the perform study manager that have submit student age, check student age, check subject list, check subject, submit subject, check video, submit video, check book, and submit book. All these three use case, which is login, sign up, and perform study, was connected to entity that store email, username, password, role, that also have get user info, save sign up data, set account password, and set user info.
Assalamualaikum. I will continue the presentation with the 4 last use case, which is the manage teacher, manage student, manage teaching material, and the manage quiz. The first one is the manage teacher, which is the attribute is the teacher ID, teacher name, phone, class, and subject, and the operation is the get teacher list, get teacher info, save teacher info, update teacher info, and delete teacher info. After that, the relationship between user, which is admin, to manage student, and the operation, the attribute of student is the student ID, student name, phone, class, and subject. The operation is the get student list, get student info, save student info, update student info, and the delete student info. For the relationship between teacher and manage teaching material, he have the attribute of title and instruction. For the operation is the get class and subject list, insert teaching material, update teaching material. And for the entity of class is the class ID, class name, class description, and subject ID, and the operation is get class info. For entity subject, the attribute is the subject ID, subject name, and subject description, and the operation is get subject info. For the quiz manager or the managed quiz, it have the attribute of the subject ID, topic ID, quiz ID, answer and relationship ID, and the student ID. And the operation of the quiz manager is to get list of quiz, verify answered quiz, and the save answer quiz. For the entity of quiz is the attribute is the quiz ID, quiz name, and quiz description, and the operation is get quiz. That's all from me. Thank you.